Hi there. I often get asked, what are the most effective habits that I use to create transformational leadership results? As a leader, what are the practices that make a difference? In a minute, I'm going to share with you 3 great things that you can do to increase your effectiveness, habits that you can put in place as a transformational leader, as well as 3 things that you can have happen in your organization, in your company, that can make a difference for the performance in your company. Habits for your company, habits for yourself. But before I do, let me just say welcome to Half Moon Bay, California, where I'm here on the 18th hole right there. In fact, the ocean behind here, and right outside my room, there's where I'm staying, here at the Ritz-Carlton Half Moon Bay. I'm here for a 6-day business building event with the Brave Thinking Institute called the Alpha Omega Experience. Mary Morrissey and our team have put this event together for business leaders from all over the world, and we are having a ball. This has been an absolutely amazing experience being here this week. So let's talk for a minute about Monday morning mindset. As a transformational leaders, our opportunity to transform ordinary into extraordinary, and the role that effective habits as a leader plays in creating the result that we would like. Now, when I first began to study habits, last year I read a great book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I've been studying habits for over 30 years. And on one level, I think of the word habit, and it kind of has a little bit of a negative connotation, like, oh, habits, do I really want to be focused on habits? But here's the truth. What I've learned is that while I might on the surface think of focusing on habits as a negative thing or a highly structured thing that takes away freedom, what I have found in my life is that by practicing good habits, rather than it being restrictive, it is actually the gateway to more freedom. Great habits are the gateway to more abundance, more freedom. Having structures of support is super important. So let's talk about 3 habits for your organization, because here's the deal. The habits have a lot of benefits. One of the major benefits of habits is it creates clear expectations, having habits. You've got a structure for the activities that you're doing every day when you make an agreement to be in the practice of some habits. And that's a very wonderful thing, structures of support. Another great benefit of having good habits is that we have a sense that we can measure our progress or feel as if we're improving as a professional. Peter Drucker said that you can't improve what you don't measure. And so by having good habits, I'm able to measure my progress. Very helpful. Another thing that happens when I have great habits is I've got greater focus. I can laser focus better when I've got good habits. And then the last one, and I really would love to know if you feel a sense about any habit that you have in your life around this last one. When I'm in the practice of good habits, there's a sense of fulfillment. There's a sense of personal pride that comes when I know I'm doing the right thing for me to create the result that I want. When I'm in good habit, it is fulfilling. Would you agree with that? Do you have that experience in your own life? I hope so. So habits have a lot of benefits, okay? So what are the habits that I would suggest both for your company and for you personally? The first I'll share are 3 things that you can do in your company that are simple, that are easy, and absolutely give you a chance to create great results. The first one, make it a habit in your company to be on time. Challenge everybody, create an expectation that we do things here on time. We start meetings on time. We end meetings on time. We show up when we say we're going to show up. The expectations are met regarding timeliness. It's a very easy thing to do. Be punctual. That is a habit that you can create that makes a big difference. Okay? The next thing is to focus on, express, and celebrate. Focus on wins. That's really the second one. Focus on wins in your organization. It's very easy to focus on what's not going right. One of the habits that I have built over time in my company is to catch people doing something right. My old habit was to catch people doing something wrong. My new habit is to catch people doing something right. And I can tell you, whatever I'm focused on by natural law feels as if it's expanding. And so what do I want to see expand? What's not right? Or do I want to expand what is right? So the second habit is catch people doing something right and celebrate them. The last habit is every meeting that you're in, every time you have an opportunity where 3 or more people are gathered, start that meeting with the mission statement of the company and the core values. In other words, increase the cultural awareness in your organization, and that can be done in the form of a habit or a structure of support. In our company, anytime we have a meeting where 3 or more people are gathered, we start with the mission statement and core values. It literally takes 60 seconds for us to repeat our mission statement, our 5 core values at the beginning of any meeting where 3 or more people are gathered. Really good habits there for you. Punctuality, celebrate and catch each other doing the right stuff, and then have some sort of a cultural integration process in your meetings. 3 great habits. Individually, what are the ones individually? The way that I start my day really does have 3 components to it. So let me give you 3 start your day habits that are personal, things that you can do to become a more transformational leader. The first thing is this: start your morning with gratitude. Make a list of at least 3 things that you're grateful for. I'll tell you the first one on my list every day, even before I get out of bed, when I notice that I am awake. Oh my gosh, thank you for another day of life. And I take a deep breath. Oh, wow, that is such a gift. There is nothing else that's going to happen during my day that would be more important than that. And there is nothing bad that can happen in my day, short of losing my life, that would take away the greatest gift that that day has in store for me, which is the opportunity to be alive. And so I start my day thanking my higher power for another opportunity to live life. And then pick 2 other things that you're grateful for. So start your day with gratitude. The next thing is ask yourself the question, who you're going to be today. So after I've been grateful for this opportunity to live another day, rather than what am I going to do today, which is what a lot of people start their day thinking about, I start my day asking myself, who am I going to be today? Because as I focus on who I am being, if I am being confident, if I am being optimistic, if I am being positive, I know I'm going to create results that are in alignment with who I am being. And then the last thing that I ask myself, okay, from a state of gratitude and a state of being who I want to be, if I only did 1 or 2 things today, if I only accomplish 1 or 2 things today, what are the 1 or 2 things that I could do today that would have the greatest impact on my success? Another thing I ask myself is, okay, if I'm looking at my calendar and all the things that are on my calendar for today, what is the 1 or 2 things that are on that calendar that are going to really move the needle? Most of what I'm going to do today is what is called in the 4 disciplines of execution, the whirlwind. It's just tasks. Check emails, make this phone call, have that meeting, review financials, plan budgets. What's the 1 or 2 things that you're going to do today to really move the needle? So there you go. You've got 3 great habits for your organization, 3 great habits that you can put on as a leader. And if you take advantage of those 6 successful transformational leadership habits, you absolutely will increase your results. There you go. That's one way to transform ordinary into extraordinary. I look forward to being with you next Monday for another Monday morning mindset. Until then, make it a transformational week. Take care. Bye-bye.